Okay, I look like a cool kid. We are doing the kitchen cabinets. We've already started. Got everything lined up. We've got the cigar, and I swear to God, if my dad lights the bus on fire, he's a dead man. Here he comes. Every time. Is that your new face? Is that your new camera face? Anyway, you're starting with one.
Oh, okay.
I'm putting them down there, and then and then I'll put them. I don't know when I'm done with them.
Got to figure out how many of these frames I have to make and how many pieces of wood we need to make the doors. So we did these 1.5 inches, which meant I only got 3 strips out of each one. That's 4 7/8. We need a door for here. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. These are going to be one door each.
Yeah. 20,
22, 24. Alright, so I gotta rip all this down. I gotta see what we have downstairs. There's one here. This is gonna be in the whole door. This way, and this way. That way, two, and a drawer. They're gonna be on top of the cabinets like our kitchen. We'll be able to shut them, and then somehow we gotta figure out how they get latched. That's separate. To figure out the sizes, I gotta get the opening size.
Okay.
Plus 3/8 and 3/8. So that's 3/4, okay? And then this joint, this tenant piece, is a 1/2 inch.
Okay.
So I got another half on each side, so that's plus 1 inch. So whatever this door opening is, right? So it's door plus 3/4 plus 1 inch, and it's going to equal the overall dimension.
Okay.
Now, that's the door size. To figure out this rail size, I will put 2 pieces of the wood together, which they're only 1.5 inches.
Rails, as in the inside
The rails,
part?
these
panel.
These consist of 2 pieces, 2 stiles, 2 rails, a door. I'm ripping them down on a table saw, I'm joining both sides, joining the next board, ripping it down on a table saw, joining the edge that I left, ripping the next board, and so on and so forth. So I just want everything to add up, right?
Okay.
We're going to cut these all to length. First thing we'll do is make a whole list. I guess we're going to have to number this whole kitchen. So we can start right here and work our way through. Number 2, number 3, Our first dimension is 21 inches, right? This is going to be this side of the door. This one will be this side of the door. All right, we want to deduct that because the piece that goes in between has to be this dimension less. All right. So the easiest way to do it, I know these are 1.5 inches, but like I was saying to you earlier, if they're off a little bit, I want to know that now. So I hold this at 21 inches because that's my first door, right? On this side. But on that side, see it's under 18? It's 17 and 15 sixteenths, 31 32nds, it's like 15 sixteenths. If I subtract 3 inches, it's going to make this piece in between 18, which is a little bit long. I'm okay with that because after I build these doors, I'm going to run the edges through the joiner. And I can take that little bit off and the door will be square. So we're going to use 3 inches because now that we checked, as a number subtract. When I clamp and glue this together, what's going to make this door flat and square is everything to how this saw is set. So if it's off a little, we need to know that now. So I'm just going to check and make sure she's square up and down. She's perfectly square. And then lay the saw down this way and make sure this way she's square. Alright, so this saw is touching perfectly. So I can start all our cuts. We're going to cut the longest pieces first. And we have to get the most out of the lengths of wood we have. Remember, this is all salvaged wood. We're using wood that was demoed off a job. This was painted baseboard out of a commercial property. I do that because if I mess up that long one, it becomes the next piece down in my cut list, the next longest piece. This way I don't have a waste. If I cut something 12 and it's no good, It's no good, and I run out of wood. Square.
So now we're going to cut and mark the pieces so we know where they need to be hit with the router to create those joints. Then of course we had to go get the router from my dad's buddy's office, bring it back to the bus, set it up, and then start cutting out all of those joints on each piece of the frame or rails of the cabinet doors.
I'm going to run this through like this. Going to make a groove in here. These are this is this door frame going here. As a matter of fact, we have to make a plunge cut for this one and that one, because we're going to put a middle one in the middle, right? So I'm going to make this groove. Right now that blade's perfectly centered between the width of this board. It's going to make a 3/8 slot by a 1/2 inch deep. Ready for noise?
Mm-hmm.
Right, so we made the mortise slot, and then we made the tenon, so it lined up like that. Then I take this piece off while it's still set at the same depth, and what that allows me to do, it makes up for the radius of the circle of the bit. It allows me to slide this, so when we glue it up, we can hold it right where we want, and you don't see that round cut. See it right there? Mm-hmm. We'll glue that up, and that'll be your door frame for this one.
Can you guys tell that this is somewhat of a dirty job? I definitely don't recommend wearing your good clothes when you're out here making cabinet doors. Again. 8, 7, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 9. Oh.
Every piece is done, and that's number what?
1, I think. No, 5. This is 5.
Birthday boy. So you see what it looks like? Now we can router, we can't router that now, but you're bored, man. It's not that time.
It's 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
Yes, we're done.
As you guys heard me say, it is 9 o'clock at night. My dad probably got home around 5:30 p.m. and we pretty much got right into work. So we're gonna call it a night here. We dry fitted a few of the frames together. This is the closet door for the kitchen. It's like a tall, skinny one. It's gonna give us a lot of grocery storage, which I'm super excited about. And as always, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next video.